was good. It was really good.
Yeah?
Like, I had a good time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The crowd were feeling you. Absolutely feeling you.
Yeah.
Yes, especially performing Sugarcane. You know, all the TikTokers, I feel like the real TikTokers came out.
Yeah. Actually brought like the people, you know, the two ladies who really like developed.
The sisters, yeah.
Yeah, the sisters who developed like the magic dance.
Yeah.
You know, to the sped up version. I needed to bring them on stage. And
yeah.
I'm glad they came. They came out. It was fun. It was fun.
It looked fun. I was jealous because I can never do none of the TikTok dances ever.
Oh man, it was fun. Like I had all the fun, and I'm just like happy that the people really enjoyed it, because at the end of the day, it's for them. You know, it's the connection that we're trying to build every time. That's all it's about. Like,
Absolutely.
It's about building a connection. Yeah.
Absolutely. With your song, so you brought out the girls that, you know, created the dance. Did you ever feel like it was gonna go as far as blowing up on TikTok the way it did?
Well, for me, it's just marketing. Sometimes you can envision things to go a certain way, and they don't go that way. Sometimes you envision them to not go that far, and then it goes that far. All that matters is that you make the efforts. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's all that matters. So for me, that's all that's been like at the back of my head, that I can do this, and it might turn out good, it might not turn out good. However, it's better off trying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just what like I put in the back of my head when I'm doing all of that.
I love your attitude to that. I love your
you.
attitude, absolutely, because it's really good, because it's true. Sometimes I think to sometimes just be on the middle ground, but not expect the worst, not expect the best, just let it ride.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's always good.
Yeah.
Especially in this field, when you're creative, you don't know how people are going to accept it.
Yeah.
You don't know at all.
It's just what it is. Like, I feel like in life, people have done what. Excuse me. People have done what, like, people have done like more hard work than say Elon Musk, right? But they're not rich as Elon Musk. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean they don't reach us?
They're not rich. They don't have like maybe money, or their net worth is not as that of Elon Musk. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you could also look at it from the other end, like Elon Musk probably have not done, like he hadn't like done so much hard work to be able to get to where he is. So it's all I'm trying to say is basically just do some work in it. Just do some work. You don't need to overdo it, but just do some work. And where it will land you is where you will land is where you will land. If you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So basically, I put out the record and I just do some work.
Yeah.
And then where it lands is where it has to land.
Absolutely.
Does it make sense?
You're believing in the process.
Basically, just do some work, and then if you're gonna be a billionaire, you're gonna be a billionaire.
In Jesus' name, we will be billionaires. Can I get an amen? Amen.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I find it funny that you've even explained it that way, because just before you came in, I was talking to a friend who's in production, and we were literally just having this conversation about putting the work in, putting in that effort for you. So for you, I just want to go back a little bit. When did you realize that this is it, this music thing, I'm going to make a go of this? And what was the process like?
I mean, I wanted to be a pilot before. Then I discovered that I wanted to make music after I got inspired by Akon, right?
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
after I realized I wanted to make music, I weighed the two. And then I realized that I was really like not that kid who was interested in like learning or studying into further, like studying further in like physics. Like I wasn't interested in studying physics or chemistry or whatever thing that was like needed for me to be a pilot.
You just wasn't feeling it.
All I wanted to be was a pilot. And then again, all I wanted to be was a musician. So I weighed the two, comparative advantage. Okay, I can do this and do it well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna give the music my all.
Wow.
Because
those are two completely different fields.
Very different.
Completely different things.
And they are dreams, which means that they need work to be achieved. Do you understand? So when I realized that, okay, fine, I first had the dream of becoming a pilot. Then I also now have I developed another dream of becoming a musician after the inspiration. I weighed the two to see which I wanted to really do. And I realized that, you know what, I can actually make the music and make it well.
Wow.
As compared to maybe like I'm gonna be lazy at studying physics and I'm gonna fail and I'm gonna fail and I'm gonna fail and I'll probably be a pilot like 86 years or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 86 years.
Yeah.
I want to know something. How did Akon inspire you? That's what I want to know.
Akon, the inspiration from Akon came when I was in an internet cafe.
Okay.
Like I was literally watching Akon on YouTube. I watched him on YouTube, and then I got all the inspiration I needed to get to want to be a musician.
Okay.
Basically.
So after that, what was the first step? Did you reach out to people? Did you tell your friends? In fact, let me even rephrase. When you told your family, what was their reaction?
I told them indirectly. A point came where, because I used to do like a lot of chores in the house, and I remember I'll wake up and I'll start to like wash the bowls or whatever, and then I'll start to sing lonely, da 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 da. Then I'll start to sing nobody wanna see us together, and my mom will shout from the room, will you shut up and wash the bowls? Will you keep quiet? And that kind of thing, because she didn't understand where I got that thing from. Like all of a sudden you start singing at the top of your voice when you're washing dishes.
Yeah.
Like,
how old were you at the time?
I think I was around like 13, 14 thereabout.
So you were young.
Yeah, I was pretty young.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was happening to me, and I mean they kind of like they were getting the memo that maybe this guy wants to make music. And then I started to I discovered some studios in the hood, and then I started to go to the studio and I come back very late. And then they were like, okay, this guy is on some bullshit. Like,
you were missing your curfew.
You know what I mean? Like,
Camidoh hasn't come home. We need to search the area.
Oh my god, it was crazy.
Where was the studio? Like,
it was really far from where I was. Like, my mom was a teacher in a school called Ola Girls.
Okay. And
so I used to I was meant to, or I used to help my mom, because she used to also sell petty stuff like water and all of them stuff, like basically to the students.
Right.
So I used to help in selling, them selling to the students. And there was a particular time that we could sell to the students.
Okay.
And when I left to the studio, I wouldn't come back early enough to come and sell, and my mom would call me so many times, and she was getting pissed. That's basically what's been happening. The studio was really far, and I would have to walk.
Oh wow!
Walk from my house to the studio. It was that long. It was that boring too, man. All I wanted to do was get to the studio. The process there was not.
It was not good, but you knew the end product.
Yeah, I needed.
And look at where you are now.
It's pretty much one of the reasons why I'm not thick skin, because I burnt all the fat. I burnt all the fat from infancy.
You said that's why I burnt all the fat. That is so funny.
Yeah.
So how do your family feel about it now? Because I'm also Ghanaian. When I wanted to get into presenting, when I wanted to get into presenting, I'm really close with my dad, and I was so scared to tell my dad. But bear in mind, he supports me with anything and everything.
Right.
I was so scared to tell my dad. I was doing an internship. Bear in mind, I was 25 at the time when I started. So some people even say I started late. And then one day, I just opened up to my parents. I said, this is where I've been going. Every Friday night, I was doing an internship, 8 till 2 a.m., right? Bear in mind, I've gone to work 9 till 5 already. And I just opened up to my parents. They were like, so why didn't you just say this? And I'm like, so I've been hiding this for no reason. Yeah. So now when they see flyers, and then I told them I'm coming to interview Camidoh there. So my dad's already waiting for me to post this on Instagram, by the way, so that he can comment.
He's very supportive then.
Oh, he's so supportive. My dad, if you go on my Instagram, you would just see, all of you nosy people that are listening, I'm not going to say my dad's name so that you can go and find him. But you will see that. So that's why I wanted to ask you, because especially having similar backgrounds, because you said you wanted to be a pilot. I'm sure your family or your parents supported that dream. That's amazing, because it's seen as a job. Yeah. But then when you're creative, it's like, so what are you doing with this? Kind of,
Well, I think that mostly, most people are scared to mention it because of the kind of perception that our parents' generation had about the music or the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Especially if you're female, they know that a lot of these men in the industry love to take advantage of the women, and they know that it could be like vice versa also, you know. So stuff like that happen, and they don't like their children getting involved in stuff like that. A lot of people get into drugs and all of, you know, so it's crazy how the perception they have about the industry. I mean, their generation. So so it's kind of like they most of them don't allow their children. Like I know a kid in Ghana. I think she's called Chayuta. She's a lady, right? And I love what her parents are doing. Like her mom would literally like hold her hand and take her to events, make sure she performs and bring her back home, get her a studio. What do you need? Okay, it's time for studies. You know, you can. So like I love that, because then that's basically what I've been preaching. Like parents need to like really like listen to their kids, what they want to do, guide them and help them to be able to develop and become like the representation of what they envision.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. Because again, just to echo what you said, because you know, some people, or let me just say some parents, let's be honest, they're not willing to trust the process, because especially when you're creative, there's many times you have to work for free. There's many times you have to spend a lot of your own money before you start making money. But then they won't understand that process. So maybe the message to the parents, or to be honest, any young person that's listening to this, you don't have to be a young person actually. Anyone that's listening to this, you want to feel inspired, you want to pursue something, no matter how young, how old you feel, whatever, trust the process. I think that's, you know, one of the messages behind this.
I think I think also some dreams are like considered as very big ones, and some are just like average ones. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you have because we the young ones are like maybe a certain generation, from a certain generation moving upwards, we were big dreamers, right? So it's like we want to do the top things, and then these things required that we did a lot of like sacrifice. Do you know what I mean? But our parents, like, they pretty much like understood the whole like go to school, do your internship, do your national service or whatever, get a job, the government gives you a job, and then you start getting paid, no matter how small it is. They were okay with it. You know what I mean? So that was like pretty much like how they envisioned us becoming or going through that, and so it was pretty hard for them to like change that setting in their minds.
Because especially with education, because there's not a lot of people that say they went to school to study music, drama. Of course there are people, but how many do you know? Do you know what I mean? So the fact that there isn't a lot of that, and it wasn't so common, especially in the way we were brought up, is like, no, go to school, learn the language. That's what my dad said to me. My dad always said, why don't you do German at school? And I said, Daddy, I don't like it. I don't like German. I don't want to speak another language. I speak Tree, that's fine. And I speak English, I'm okay. And that's absolutely it. So let's talk more about your time here in the UK. So I saw something on Snapchat the other day. I was watching Miss Banks' Snapchat and I saw you in it. So let's talk about that. What's that work like, and how did that come about?
What's it called? My team like partnered a session for me like while I'm here. Like I'm the type that want to grab. I always want to grab like every opportunity. Do you know what I mean? So I think I went for one of her shows. Like she had a little like get together, then by the time I got there, like it was like over. But I got the chance. We kind of like linked up, and then we decided we're gonna get in the studio. So we partnered in the studio, and I go in there. And I think that I was late because I came in earlier. The time that she was meant to be there was around 6, I guess. But I left the session to quickly like run something, and then I came back and she was about to leave. I was like, oh, what did you guys make? And she started something. Then I was like, yo, this is fire. I go in the booth, and then boom.
Oh wow.
We just kind of like blended some extra ideas, and we made like a very beautiful record. Like I really like cherish that record because of how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Because she was just about to leave. We're probably going to like reschedule. That kind of thing. But we just gelled so easily, and then we made that like. And
the process was nice and smooth.
It was smooth. Like it was easy. Like a lot of artists, because they haven't met you before, they'll probably say, you know what? Oh, like let's meet another time or something like that. But yeah, she was pretty chilled. You know, she's like, oh, it's fine, you know, but this is what we've been working on.
Yeah.
And I listened to it, and then the vibe that came to me, I added it to where we just, you know, did some little, it was really fun. Like, I enjoyed the session with her, and hopefully I come back again and we do another session. Like, she's a really nice person.
She is. I met Miss Bank a little while ago, and she's so nice. She's lovely.
more fun than I even expected.
You imagined,
like the thing is, because for me, like, growing up where I grew up, a lot of female artists that I knew that were into rap, they were kind of like hard. You know what I mean? They're like.
But Miss Banks, she's so soft spoken.
She's a baby.
Yeah, she's so spoken. She's very nice.
Yeah,
like
she's a baby.
I've been to one of her video shoots before. This was a little while ago. I want to say maybe about 3-4 years ago. She's just so calm. She's very welcoming to everybody as well. She'll even, like, if her mum's there, she's introduced people to her mum. And I like that. I like shout out to Miss Banks. We love you on SoNicky Podcast, Miss Banks. So other than Miss Banks, of course, because on the Sugarcane remix you do have Darko on there. So in terms of collaborations, like, when it comes to that, is it kind of like a long process for you to get those collaborations, or is it one of those ideas that kind of pop up and it's easy to run with?
Collaborations for me has to be very organic, to be honest. I'm not trying to force nothing. That's like, important. And even when we meet as artists and we say, yo, I think we should, like, somebody says, oh, can we make some music together, and we decide to do that, I still like read what you're saying with your body language. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, whether or not you really want to gel with, like, you're really gelling with me or connecting with me, or you're just saying it for saying sake. You know?
Do you know what? I've never had any artist I've ever interviewed, I've never heard them say that. I think that's very interesting.
Like, people say stuff but they don't really mean it. Like, they say stuff because we're in a gathering and say, oh yeah, we should, you know, do this.
It's like the automatic love, like, you know, in the UK, like, I think the girls, we make fun of guys because I don't know if you've ever heard this when you've come to London, but then the UK boys, they have this thing with when they see each other and it's like two people doing well, they'll say, I see you, my guy. I want to be like you, my guy. So I feel like it's kind of like that.
Pretty much. Like,
it's
you know,
like
it happens like that a lot of the times. But I mean, I think it's just like some default settings in our minds, bro. Like, it happens like that. But for me, like, I'm also still like reading what your body's saying, what your you know, body's talking. Like, then I know truly this guy wants to do this, and then I follow up, and then we get it done. And, you know, because I really want us to be able to do much after just recording.
Yes.
You know, like, times when you need to, like, make content together, times when I don't need nobody flexing on me.
Is important.
Exactly. I don't want nobody flexing on me. I don't want to flex on nobody. Like, I just want us to vibe.